Malaysia ready to bring home citizens from Wuhan. High Court denies bail for Gadik rep. Good to have you with us here on News on 2. I'm Brandon Lipol. Now, Malaysia is ready to bring home its citizens from Wuhan following the novel coronavirus outbreak. Now, Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said the Foreign Affairs Ministry will negotiate with the Chinese government on this matter. Speaking at a special press conference held at the Prime Minister's office today, the Premier said currently there are 78 Malaysians in Wuhan who were cleared of the virus.
They can probably contract the virus and
kalau kita terpaksa hantar kapal terbang untuk mengambil balik rakyat kita, kalau dibenar oleh kerajaan negara China, kita akan bawa makanan dan kalau dapat gloves dan mask. Kalau kita ada pasal sana pun dah ada kekurangan bekalan.
According to the Premier, if Malaysia gets the green light from the Chinese authority, all those who were brought back will be quarantined for 14 days to see if they develop any positive symptoms related to the virus.
Mereka akan diperiksa bila sampai ke Malaysia. Kalau ada bukti mereka sakit daripada coronavirus, ataupun kalau ada mereka berada di sana lama, kita akan masuk kuarantin bagi rakyat Malaysia sebelum mereka dibenar balik ke rumah masing-masing.
Tun Dr. Mahathir said the 26 hospitals designated by the Malaysian Health Ministry are sufficient to quarantine the patients.
we do not have them at the departure area.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister said the decision to close off mosques from international tourists is not a government policy. He stressed that the government had never made that policy and describes it as an irresponsible act. He then warns the public against spreading fake news and it could spread fear and disrupt racial harmony in the country.
Ini bukan dasar kerajaan. Kerajaan tidak mengisytihar bahawa masjid atau museum tidak boleh dilawati oleh pelancong kerana kononnya mereka mungkin mengidap pelancong daripada negara China, kerana mungkin mereka membawa penyakit itu ke tempat-tempat ini. Ini bukan dasar kerajaan, ini adalah satu perbuatan yang tidak bertanggungjawab.
5 investigation papers to date have been opened by the police regarding the spread of fake news relating to coronavirus disease on social medias. The first case was on the police report which was circulated on Facebook on the 25th of January. The second investigation paper was on a statement related to the virus which was uploaded on the Facebook page on 26th of January. The third was on the spread of a fake news regarding the death of a Chinese national due to the coronavirus on the 27th of January. The fourth case was on the spread of a fake news about the treatment received by alleged coronavirus patient at the Sultanah Nur Zahira Hospital in Kuala Terengganu on the 27th of January, while the last case was on the news of a sudden death of a prisoner in Sandakan, Sabah, allegedly after being infected by the 2019 nCoV on the 24th of January. Thus, the police urge the people not to spread any form of news which can cause fear among the public and unwanted problems to the country. Now, the Health Ministry has issued a list of news that have been confirmed as fake, which have been circulating since the emergence of the coronavirus. Now, the statement was made following the spread of fake news related to the virus by several irresponsible individuals, especially through social media platforms. The Health Ministry also reminded the public that it will be issuing official statements on the issue from time to time. Members of the public are urged not to spread any fake news that might cause panic among the people. Earlier, the Health Ministry had confirmed 3 more 2019 novel coronavirus 2019 nCoV positive cases have been confirmed in this country, bringing the total of positive cases to 7. Now, the Kuala Lumpur High Court has dismissed an application for bail filed by Gading Assemblyman G. Saminathan, who is facing 2 charges for alleged terrorism activities linked to the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, or LTTE. In his decision today, Judicial Commissioner Ahmad Shahrir Mohamad Saleh said that Section 13 of the Security Offences Special Measures Act 2012, or SOSMA, was still in the statute books despite being declared unconstitutional by High Court Judge Justice Muhammad Nazlan Muhammad Ghazali. Judicial Commissioner Ahmad Shahrir said although he was bound by Justice Nazlan's ruling, he had to consider that Section 13 of SOSMA was still in effect. He added that LTTE had been classified a terror group by the government, and the Home Minister had yet to gazette this. On the 29th of November last year, Justice Nazlan declared that Section 13 of SOSMA was ultra vires to Articles 18 and 121 of the Federal Constitution. Lawyer Ram Kapal Singh, who represented the accused, told reporters that they accepted the decision. On the 20th of January, Saminathan, who is also a Malacca EXCO member, claimed trial to supporting the LTTE at a function held at Dewan Kasri Air Keroh Jalan Utama, Taman Air Keroh Heights in Malacca from 8:30 p.m. to 10:50 p.m. on the 28th of November 2018. He was charged with possession of items with elements of terrorism or related to the LTTE in a mobile phone at the office of the Unity Human Resources and Consumer Affairs Executive Councillor at the Chief Minister's Department at Complex Seri Negeri in Malacca at 10:25 a.m. on the 11th of October 2019. Now, police have detained members of gang Marcus who are actively committing armed robberies and vehicle thefts in Malacca Tengah. Now, the group consists of 6 members, was arrested after committing 5 criminal acts within the past 3 months. Malacca Tengah Police Chief ACP Afzanizar Ahmad said the first suspect, who is also the leader of the group known as Marcus, aged 34, was detained on the 20th of January, a few hours after stealing a vehicle.
Perbuatan curi kenderaan ini berseorangan. Dia bukan dia berdasarkan kepada peluang. Maknanya jika ada kenderaan yang ditinggalkan dalam keadaan kunci ada, iaitu enjin tak dimatikan atau ada kunci, dia akan ambil. Maknanya dia bukan satu profesional yang ni lah, tapi dia mengambil peluang ke atas kenderaan-kenderaan yang ditinggalkan. Semua kenderaan yang dia ambil ni enjin hidup. Sebanyak 3 buah kenderaan dan sebuah motosikal lah.
Following the arrest of the gang leader, police detained another 5 members, including a woman, all aged between 27 to 37 years old in Malacca Tengah on the 20th of January and in Tenggara on the 22nd of January. Police seized 3 cars, a motorcycle, 2 bags, several handphones as well as knives used during the robberies. All suspects are remanded for 7 days and the case is being investigated under Section 379A of the Penal Code. Now, a 46-year-old man and his 11th-year-old nephew were arrested in Kampung Bukit Malut in Langkawi, Kedah, for lodging a false police report of a kidnapping case. Now, the arrest was made at about 11 p.m. last night. Langkawi Police Chief Superintendent Muhammad Iqbal Ibrahim, who confirmed the incident, said the report was made following a viral video on social media claiming the boy had become a victim of kidnapping incident. In the 1 minute 44-second video clip, the boy claimed to be kidnapped by a group of men in a black van before he escaped. Further investigation found that the boy, who is a Myanmar national, forged the fake story to avoid from being scolded by his parents for staying out late. The man is investigated under Section 182 of the Penal Code and Section 6, Subsection 1 of the Corrosive and Explosive Substances and Offensive Weapons Act 1958, while the boy is investigated under Section C, Subsection 1, Subsection C of the Immigration Act 1959-1963. Now, Labuan Marine Police has successfully seized assets worth almost 17 million ringgit last year compared to the previous year. They also managed to make 119 arrests involving encroachment and smuggling activities in the waters of Labuan, which was a rise of 24% compared to 95 in 2018. Region 4 Sabah Marine Police Commander ACP Muhammad Pajeri Ali said they had been more active this year following the strengthening of cooperation between them and other relevant enforcement agencies such as the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency MMEA in Labuan as they fight to keep the waters of Labuan safe from illegal intrusions and smuggling activities.
Yang menariknya tahun 2020 hubungan kita dengan APMM akan di-PR-akan. Bermakna operasi yang kita akan lancarkan datang, kita akan bersama dengan APMM. Dan juga yang menariknya adalah dengan SPRM, akan kita iwah bersama. Ini di antaranya adalah untuk mengelakkan daripada persepsi yang negatif masyarakat bahawa mungkin kalangan kita terlibat dengan sedikit dan sebagainya.
ACP Muhammad Pajeri also said that they are also monitoring areas bordering Sarawak, apart from cooperating with their Brunei counterparts to combat cross-border crimes. Now, Kedah Department of Wildlife and National Parks Peninsula Malaysia, or Perhilitan, shot down a wild boar that attacked and injured 3 residents of Kampung Jeniang in Sik, Kedah yesterday evening. The 200-kilogram beast was spotted in the forest near the village in a hunting operation carried out this morning. The hunting operation involved 20 Perhilitan members and volunteers from Perhilitan and Jeneri Fire and Rescue Brigade. Kedah Perhilitan Director Jamalun Nasir Ibrahim said the operation was conducted following the incident that happened yesterday where the beast attacked a restaurant worker and injured his leg and body. The animal then attacked 2 other villagers in their home near the restaurant. All victims were sent to Sik Hospital before being transferred to Sultan Abdul Halim Hospital in Sungai Petani for further treatment. The Women, Family and Community Development Ministry will introduce 2 new legislations on sexual harassment and recognizing social work as a profession this year. Now, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail said both bills are expected to be tabled in Parliament in March. She said the sexual harassment bill, which is part of Pakatan Harapan's initiatives, would consist comprehensive definition of sexual harassment, more effective complaint and solution mechanisms, remedial elements and penalties. Currently, there is no specific legislation on sexual harassment. Matters related to sexual harassment are subsumed under the Penal Code, Employment Act 1955 and administrative laws like the Code of Conduct of the Public Officers, Conduct and Discipline Regulations 1993 and the government circular guidelines for handling sexual harassment in the workplace. However, these laws cannot address sexual harassment effectively.
Sebab itulah kita nak buatkan satu akta ini untuk gangguan seksual. Kita dah buat pun satu kajian tinjauan soal selidik gangguan seksual. Kita dapat 28,000 dekat 30,000 responden di mana kita nakkan satu kementerian bersama dengan pasukan projek khas rancangan undang-undang ini daripada wakil kementerian, daripada agensi kerajaan, ahli akademik, wakil NGO yang mempunyai pengetahuan dan juga pengalaman yang luas mengenai isu ini, kita dapat menangani bersama supaya kita dapat ada akta ini.
She said the bill on sexual harassment will also be applicable to men, as they could also be the victim. Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Aziza said this in a special interview with RTM in Putrajaya. Meanwhile, the ministry, through the setting up of the Malaysian Social Work Profession Council, has formulated a bill to recognise social work as a profession.
Katalah kalau seorang anak muda belasan tahun mahu menjadi sukarelawan, dan apabila dia masuk dalam pekerjaan kesukarelawan ini, dia dapat cara-cara mana nak menjadi seorang sukarelawan yang baik, dan ada panduan dan piawaian praktis bagaimana kita ada pendidikan kerja sosial menggalakkan pembangunan profesional itu sendiri dan imej pekerja sosial dalam negara kita. Jadi kalau ada macam badan yang boleh kawal doktor-doktor dalam perubatan, jadi peguam.
She said the draft of the bill was now in the final stage at the ministry and would then be submitted to the Attorney General's chambers. In another development, a special talian kasih via the WhatsApp application will be launched tomorrow. Now, the Deputy Premier said the service would be an additional facilities for the mute or those with speech impairment to channel any reports, especially related to abuse and domestic violence. She said the Talian Kasih via WhatsApp app is also a cheaper option than by making telephone calls, adding that so far, only DG provides free calls to Talian Kasih. The Talian Kasih Centre received a total of 25,868 calls last year, an increase of 40% compared with 15,046 calls in 2018.
Jadi kita nakkan supaya kalau WhatsApp tak bayar-bayar. Dan juga kadang setengah orang tidak tak nak cakap. Okay. Dia bagi mesej saja. Dan kita pun nak tangani masalah bunuh diri, semua suicide kan. Jadi kita nak semua ni mereka datang pada kita. Biarlah ada seseorang, siapa yang boleh mendengar masalah mereka. Kita nak pull out mereka tu. Dan memang kita dah berjaya 40% naik kan. Namun kita nak lagi yang kita nak tangani masalah mereka.
She also called other telecommunication companies to provide free calls to Talian Kasih, making it as their corporate social responsibilities. Now we conclude News on 2 this evening. A reminder of our top story, Malaysia ready to bring home citizens from Wuhan. Join us for updates at noon at 12:30 tomorrow. Till then, I'm Brendan Lipol. Thanks for watching. Good night.